All right, so we're going to pitch to Shigi and draw a card with Sakazuki leader.
Yep. And it looks like Christian on bottom was the one to go first. We're going up to our 3-Don turn here. Do you think it favors going first or second in this matchup? I think it's still going second, right? I think it's about card quality and control of the hand there.
Yeah, I have to imagine the player with like more cards, more resources in this matchup. That matters like a lot more.
Yeah.
And we're gonna figure out, is the dog on the table going to be like a real advantage here? It's hard to say starting out the matchup, but we'll see.
Okay, Great Eruption was played just to cycle. Just draw a new card. The dog does look like it's wearing a sweater, which is super cool.
I mean, that's adorable.
Jealous of that.
It kind of looks like a beanie, like the way that it's positioned right now.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
I think for PPG's Momo Mondays, that dog's
True.
a huge contender.
Fantastic. Alrighty. We did take the life from the side of Nicholas.
I appreciate
Cycled out
Nicholas
a Hina.
tracking the leader usage here with a dice. That means a lot.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Helps a lot.
Discard Hina. Now we're going to come across for 5.
Probably a pretty easy take here.
I think even
Just get some more
swings make a
options.
lot of sense in this matchup.
Yep. All right, we do counter out. And it looks
Okay,
like Rebecca
wow.
is coming down. We'll get the
That-
Hina back.
The tempo Rebecca. You don't see the tempo Rebecca very often. I love that.
Yeah. It's very good. I kind of like it, actually. It's very cool.
I'm
and then we're going to
I'm
go...
low-key upset Dogman isn't playing NL. I don't know why that matters, but I don't know why you think
For Holly-
all
for
NL
Holly
players
combo.
would have dogs on the table.
So we're using Great Eruption, probably to put the Rebecca down.
Yeah.
That is correct. Draw a card, paying 2, Hound Blaze. I'll put us up to an
Swing.
8K.
Yeah, swing 9 on the Hina. Swing 10 on the Hina. You don't have anything else to do with your Dawn here.
That's fine. Just clear out what your opponent did.
Yeah.
You're able to use one card to answer one card,
Wow.
essentially, because
I
Rebecca was
love
able to
it.
get the value.
Wow. What an incredible efficiency swing back and forth, right? It's like
Yeah.
Rebecca was one card that put 2 on the table, and then Hound Blaze cleared up both of them with one card. So, love it. Well,
Beautiful.
we did use Great Eruption though.
Great Eruption cycles, though. You do lose the flexibility in Great Eruption, but you don't lose card advantage in hand.
Right. Hina
Hina
is
discarded
trash
there,
again.
so two in the trash. What are we doing with our numerous amounts of Dawn now?
Ooh, we have a scary amount of cards in hand.
Yes, very much so. And we've selected a lot of them.
5 coming
So we're
across.
just coming in for an even swing. I'm going to take that one. And then looks like we're going to start with a brand new. Great on this like 5-ish Dawn turn. Looks like Rob Lucci, Hina.
Yeah.
Options here.
Feels like brand new is like the exact card that you want to see the most copies of in this matchup.
Yeah, it's card advantage, a decent attacker. Looks like we're adding the Hina for this one, putting the Rob Lucci into the trash, and probably just playing the Hina, and that
Yeah.
is correct.
Hina looks
Decent attacker
fantastic
here.
in this.
Yeah.
I have to imagine the 4-cost Hina looks really good in this matchup as well. Or sorry, the 4K Hina,
Yes,
the blue one.
probably quite solid. But going over to 7 Dawn turn, it looks like, for Sakazuki bottom, which is Christian. We'd like to see something on the board. We know that we only saw Rebecca so far, so possibly the hand is a little bit more awkward. Hopefully we can fix that up here. Drawing the 1 card off life maybe can also help.
I think your hand's probably, at this point, I mean, it's hard to believe that it's awkward, right? It's just about trying to figure out what is the most I can do without giving my opponent the number of options they'll have.
It's possible. Maybe you are actually trying to play around Rob Lucci blowouts of things. Looks like Borsellino is coming down here,
All
so that'll
right.
answer the Hina.
Borsalino's a really strong play here. It's going to
Yep.
be, it'll be a little bit of effort for Sakazuki to remove the Borsalino from the table. Possibly, though, we could do it with our own Borsalino.
Could be our own Borsellino. Could also possibly be that you see a Rebecca come down, get back one of these Hinas, and then find an answer that way.
Okay. More of like a Hound Blaze line.
Yeah. Looks like we're just attacking for 5k. Put the -1 on the Borsellino.
It's going to be one of the costs gone from Borsellino. He now costs
down to
6.
a 6k cost.
Counter
Even swings
2K.
we talked about, we're liking that. So pitched out a 2k there. Very nice.
Yeah, I mean, the even swings just, they don't give up any Dawn, you know, and it just costs so much to get out of it. Like a whole card in your hand in the mirror here it just represents so much. And you really don't want to take the damage because, you know, of course, your opponent is able to tempo you a little bit more.
Right.
If you're lower, it's a little bit scary. Borsellino comes down. That's like the perfect answer here.
It's a great answer to the other Borsellino. You swung the board immediately back in your favor. And looks like we're pitching a brand new to the leader ability and passing the turn on over.
Discarding brand new. Potentially signaling another Rebecca.
That is possible. I believe that's also our first Great Eruption from the side of Nicholas. We've had 2 from Christian so far. I believe. Looks like we're just going to come in for 5k. I think I see a cat in the background for Nicholas, so now it is a true cat and dog fight.
It is an actual matchup now.
And the cat is now gone, as cats are wont to do. Considering what might be a trigger off of the life here. Triggers could possibly be Great Eruption. Opponent trashes a card. Interesting use. Sometimes good. It depends on what your hand composition might look like. Eating your opponent's resources is not always the same as just cycling it for a card, but it looks like they did discard a 2k, so that's fairish value for that.
Wow. I don't know. I don't know that I could have made that play. Make your opponent discard 1 card.
Yeah, it feels like sometimes that just kind of there's always like 1 card you're like, I'm fine, I'm losing this card, but losing a 2k is obviously not what you want to do.
It feels so nebulous when your opponent has so many cards in hand, but it's really not. I mean, it does. I think it's an important amount of discipline to know that, hey, every single card matters here, and my goal here is just to whittle you down as much as I can.
Yep.
That impressive. Ice Age
Rebecca,
comes down. Rob Lucci.
Ice Age. Yeah.
That's a straight
clear
up
out that board.
Loss of 2 cards here. We've lost 3 cards this turn.
Yep. It is a loss of 2 cards. Both of those cards were able to answer what your opponent was doing, so they kind of quote unquote found themselves their value already. But the board is swinging back in the favor of Christian, which is important. Rebecca's a nice blocker as well.
Well, we have to deal with this Rob Lucci, though, because Rob Lucci is like already gotten its value, so it's not going to feel great to remove it. It's a 6k,
Absolutely.
so it becomes a 7k very easily.
Yep.
It's a 4-drop, so it's going to take a little bit of work to take it down. You can't just take care of it with your leader swing. So I feel like Rob Lucci here is very solid on this table.
Absolutely. Chat is calling for Dragon Time, so it is about time that we start seeing some Kaidos that might be popping down. This is definitely one of the matchups you want it for.
Ooh, that would be fantastic. I main an L, so whenever I see 10-drop Kaido come down, I'm always a little bit nervous. the 4 cards able to help them out of those really large swings I have, and
absolutely,
that's just a huge body on the table.
Both players now at 2 life. The whittling of life has gotten us down to this point, and looks like we're cycling a Great Eruption, putting that down to a 1 on the Rob Lucci, maybe. Nope. Okay, yes, that is correct. Putting us down to 1 on Rob Lucci. And we're going to do Rebecca. It looks like we have maybe 3 Dawn left.
Yeah.
So what will Rebecca get back? Brand new? Looks like maybe we're optioning for the Hina. Interesting. Don't really have a whole lot of ability to... Because we can't Rob Lucci anymore, right? We don't have enough Dawn for that.
So it's pretty much Dawn Blaze.
Oh, no, we should have 4 left, right?
It's hard to say with the glare.
Yeah, the glare is difficult, but I'm counting out...
Okay, so we did pick up Rob Lucci here.
Yeah, we have 1 equipped. We have no Dawn left in our Dawn deck, it looks like. So we should have enough Dawn to be able to play Rob Lucci. So we got back Rob Lucci, and we're just going to play it, answer the opponent's Rob Lucci.
So we're not getting to put anything into play with Rebecca, but we do see the Rob Lucci come down and take care of opposing Rob Lucci. So, I mean, I think that's exactly what I meant by that card's... It's kind of what you want to put on the table because, you saw Nicholas had to take like a really awkward play line here in order to deal with your Rob Lucci. It doesn't feel like it would be that threatening as a 4 cost, but it just kind of is.
Yeah, like Sakazuki wants to keep the board as clear as possible, and it being a 6K or I'm sorry, a 4-drop by nature, means that you have to commit more than just an attack to really be able to effectively answer it. We also saw Rob Lucci was able to, if it matters, it might. They was able to cycle 2 Great Eruptions and a brand new to the bottom of the deck. So if we can get to a point where we're cycling back to those cards in a really grindy game, that'd be super nice. Cycle last, not like this. Yeah, you don't always know necessarily what your turn's going to look like. Sometimes you forget about the ability. Not faulting anyone for not knowing what they want to do from the start of the turn. All fine there. So it looks like Great Eruption does come down. We're going to bring the Rebecca down to a 2 cost. And do we have maybe a Rob Lucci style answer? Maybe Ice Age, maybe Hina. Looks like we're going to Rebecca. Rebecca might get back a Hina. Then it would option us for Rob Lucci again. Looks like we're going to get back Tashigi into hand at least. And then we're going to put Hina from hand in the play. Yep, that's about the same line. And then that'll probably go in the Rob Lucci. Do we have Rob Lucci? And we do. That'll clear the board out. 2 for 2s, keep answering right back and forth. Cycling back, 2 Great Eruptions and the Hina.
Yep.
Blue Hina, that is.
I'm not sure how many cards Nicholas has, but I do know Christian's hand is being taxed a little bit here. It does kind of look like he's a lot more whittled down. Was that 3 cards in hand right now?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. So
I believe
Nicholas
an impressive
has
use
at least
of
5.
Rebecca, Hina, and Rob Lucci that turn. You've kind of established your board, but you're also really down on resources at this point.
Yeah, it looks like maybe I'm counting about 7 or 8 cards from the hand of Nicholas here.
Yeah. So if we can see, if it is truly Kaido time deep down in our hearts, like we could see Nicholas just push really far past Christian at this point.
Yeah, if you have the decent counter power, which you should at this point, it should be a pretty safe play. If you don't have the Kaido, then obviously the line's not available to you. Looks like we're optioning what could be the attack, probably on the Hina, and probably the Rebecca jumps in the way, right, if the attack is large enough. So looks like we're just going for a 5K attack, putting the Hina down to a 2 cost.
Yeah, I think you swing on the Hina, but we'll see. Okay, swing on Life for 5.
Life, very interesting. 2 Rebeccas means that you feel a little insulated here. Obviously,
most likely
there are ways to deal with that.
Lucci to clear up the Lucci and the Hina. Brand new going to come down first.
Yeah, we'll start there. See what we're going to reveal from the top 3. Rebecca, Hound Blaze, brand new. Can't add brand new. Looks like we're going to go for the Hound Blaze. Makes sense. That's one of our possible answers to what's going on.
I think the ability to add Hound Blaze off of brand new is so powerful.
I think that defines this deck, truthfully. It's such a powerful effect. It looks like we're going to go for a Rebecca here. If we have a Hina in the yard, maybe we can use it on the Rob Lucci, Hound Blaze the Rob Lucci, and we do.
We said, hey, last turn we learned a trick or 2 from you, and we'd like to deploy the same thing against you.
Yeah, Rob Lucci, such a powerful card to be able to clear out what's going on, and opponent just left with 2 Rebeccas, which does mean that's the reason we didn't attack the Hina this turn. We had this line already set up.
Still another Rebecca in the discard pile on Christian's side, though. So, we are starting to get into turns where, Moncherie is a play. And
do we want to cycle through something in this hand, something not worth its weight here? And it looks like we're kind of just passing, just optioning not to cycle. Our hand's good enough.
Down to 4 cards on Nicholas' side.
Yeah, we used a lot of cards for that exchange, but
Judge, Dog is counting cards. The judge just let us know that this is not blackjack. That's actually legal.
All right. Optioning out what the plays could be now. You obviously want to find your own style of Rob Lucci here to be able to do your effect, but you've used a lot of Rebeccas to cycle your Rob Luccis. You've used some of your own. So we're going to go brand new, add a card. Interesting options here. None of them are combo potential, but they are card advantage. Ice Age could be able to enable like a Hound Blaze type of effect if that's where you're going. But Kuzan does cycle, adds a good body to the board.
Yeah, I think
Sabo does a similar thing.
Kuzan's a really good pickup there. I think you've been missing Kuzan this whole game, and now that you've found it, I think it could turn the tide here. We're just going to have to see if Nicholas can easily remove it or not.
Right. It depends on what the potential there is. We've seen a lot of removal from both sides already, so maybe you've ground them out of that. But we also saw no cycle from Nicholas last turn, so you know the hand is good. Definitely not sure on either way. Looks like an attack for 6K is coming in. Probably at the Hina would be my guess. You're down to 1 life. You do have 2 Rebeccas, obviously, but don't want to. You still want to own the board here. Looks like 7 Dawn is left, so still some options on what could possibly be done as well with the rest of the turn. And it looks like Rebecca will jump in front of that.
We're going to take that block.
Yep, you're fine with clearing Rebecca's too. Rebecca is going to be important in the later game. Obviously, Nicholas is also okay with that because he wants the attackers for the future turn here. But both ways are fine. Tapping 4, that should be the Kuzan. Cycle us. Find a new card on the top. Did that open any new lines available to us?
Kind of looks like no here. So, it looks like Nicholas is going to get to start his turn with Hina and Rob Lucci on the table.
Yeah. We also are unsure where the minus 1K from the Sakazuki came in, if that matters at all. If you had something like a Hound Blaze here. Looks like we were just considering just a 6K attack, though. Try and clear out the Hina. That would make some sense, too. 6K attack with lead on Hina, 6K attack with brand new. Just try and pressure some cards out.
Trying to find some 2Ks from Nick.
Yeah, I think so. The hands are getting down to a size now that every 2K matters. And if you don't have the 2K, then that's fine too.
6 on Hina, just kind of hoping this clears it. He just played brand new, can't swing.
Oh, that's very true, actually. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. And it looks like he forgot about that as well. But Moncherie comes down. Also a good play. With 2 Rebeccas in play, that means you're going to be able to protect it pretty easily. Put Ice Age and Suduru on the bottom. What are you getting back? And it's going to be Toshigi. Get the 2K. Oh, maybe not. Looks like we're getting Rebecca maybe instead. Setting up for a future turn there. Reasonable. Alrighty. And passing it straight back. I'm sorry, cycling and then passing straight back. So we discarded the Kaido. Feels like we're too far behind for that.
Man, I don't know. All I can say is I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. I wanted to see the Kaido hit the table.
I'm actually not sure. You have 2 Rebeccas in play. You're not losing those necessarily. It might have been. Unless you drew that off the Kuzan this turn.
Oh, very likely, yeah. I feel like if you had it already, you would have just played it. Now, discarding it, though, is interesting because no matter really what Nicholas does, next turn, playing a Kaido is pretty strong.
Yeah. Not wrong there. Unsure. Nonetheless, we're playing as we're here. Brand new attacked in, cleared out the Moncherie.
I don't know if it's wrong, but I can definitely say I'm disappointed. I really wanted to see that hit the table.
Looks like we're discarding Hina for that one. Yeah. Definitely want to stay at 1 life. You don't want to go down to 0, so not trying to tempt that fate. And we are equipping Dawn, which means now you've not having to face down Kaido at least.
Yeah, let's go 7. I mean, you've only got a few cards in your hand. This basically means I'm getting Rebecca's every time I swing 7. Hey, Yami, thank you for the raid there.
Hey, thank you.
Welcome, everybody. If you're not already following Pro Play Games, be sure to do that.
Minus 1K on the brand new. Might be able to signal something like a Great Eruption into Rob Lucci. Looks like both Rebeccas are going down this turn for both those 7K attacks.
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point in the game, every 7K attack does, mean you have to block this.
Yep. I'm going to go Moncherie. What are we getting back? A lot of options here. Not going to be able to do everything with like a Hina, Rob Lucci here, but brand new is obviously pretty good value.
Brand new's going to go to the bottom.
Put those away. And what are we getting? Rob Lucci is also just a good body, even if you're only eating the opposing brand new.
Yeah. Well, I think it's worthwhile, right? Because you're at 2 life here, and your opponent swinging 7 means that you're going to lose a lot of cards. So it's super important that you are able to get rid of.
You had the Ice Age too.
At least one of those attackers.
And now we're getting rid of both of them. And I've got the board. You've got no board. I've got 2 life. You've got 1 life. Feels like we're in Nicholas's ball court here. He's controlling what's going on.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what Christian could possibly do about this.
Yeah.
But Hound Blaze has always come through for me before, so we're gonna see. Will it do it again?
I don't know how the Hound Blaze comes through here.
Well, you don't know that 1 Hound Blaze comes through for me.
True. Yeah. 4 Hound Blaze might get you there. Need a way to figure that out as well. Nonetheless, it does look like 10-drop Kaido would have been awkward on this board, so disappointing to see that go, but not wrong for sure.
I don't know.
This is the board.
Maybe this is just a problem that drawing 4 cards could solve.
Maybe that is true. Maybe 4 cards could be any 4 cards.
They could all be 2.
Could even be, it could even be more 10-drop Kaidos. Who knows?
I mean, that's what your leader ability is for, right?
True.
2 Blaze, 1 Lucci, maybe? Exactly. You know, some combination of Hound Blaze, a number of times that Nicholas doesn't want to see.
Mon Cherie is gone. Looks like we're going to attack with our 8K now, likely on the Rob Lucci. Opponent does have a number of cards still, so probably just going to pitch out of this one.
Okay, gone.
No, we're fine losing it.
Now we're down to just 3 on Nick's side.
Okay.
See what this is the miracle that 1 Hound Blaze can provide.
Yeah. I believe we saw Rebecca come back last turn. That could be an option here. If I remember correctly. Borsalino. Sure, Borsalino's solid. And then the Rebecca is here.
All right, so we've blocked. We've created a wall here.
Are we getting back a Hina as a decent attacker here? It's probably pretty nice.
Now, the upside for Nick here is that Borsalino is a lot more answerable in the mirror match than in other matchups.
Yeah. Hound Blaze definitely is able to get rid of that. 7-drop Borsalino is too, but that means your attacks are smaller. So we're getting back Sabo from our Rebecca and just passing. So nothing to put in there to be able to pressure what's going on, but Sabo could be good on a future turn.
Possibly, if I make it to the next turn, I'm going to want more blockers.
Yep, for sure.
But
passing it on over.
The miracle of Hound Blaze stabilized the board, but will it also be the one to take away Christian's last hope?
Let's see. Still decent amount of cards in hand from the side of Nicholas, 4 or 5 or so. It looks like we're just going to portion out some attacks.
I think we're going to swing 8 with Sakazuki here.
That could make a lot of sense, I think.
Or with only 3 cards in hand, swing 6 is also pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Lose a card or take a damage, or to lose a blocker. We're happy with any of those outcomes, really.
You are.
Swing 5.
So 5.
Swing 5 says we've got something into play. I'm not sure about this one.
Yeah.
I guess you don't want to just block with Borsalino, because then you could go.
It does enable our opponents 1Ks though, so it just depends if you think their hand is so clean that they're all 2Ks or not.
Well, I think it's like a free block. You're probably losing your Borsalino this turn anyways, so do you just use it to block this one? If you swing 7 4 times, it's guaranteed to clear the board.
So we did pitch a 2K with the Chigi there. So if your play was to just not equip on and force them to answer with 2Ks, that worked. But yeah, opening up Borsalino lines was definitely interesting. And
yeah, I'm not sure. It feels like there was a goal, but I'm not sure exactly. Now you're probably just getting your opponent down to 0 cards and saying, "Hey, I can just grind you out here."
Yeah,
that's most likely
7
what's
with
happening.
This one.
He just takes it, right?
You either take it or you block with Rebecca. Depends on which way you want to go with it.
You're probably taking it.
Probably.
Okay,
getting the card in hand gives you a lot more options, but
right, that's
taking with Rebecca is fine. This does mean that if your opponent has like something to Hound Blaze here,
all right, there we go. Saru into Hound Blaze. Let's go.
Yep. Now you're
Hound Blaze, always the GOAT.
Yep.
And that should be.
Does mean you could have blocked with the 5K, but still the pump effect with the Hound Blaze is always good too.
2 cards in hand. We could get out of this. If we're able to get out of this one, we get another turn. And we got out. Okay. We're out.
Yeah, the Sabo is gone, Suro.
Now you have to ask the question, do I want to swing or not?
Probably not, right? Your opponent can cycle. There's no real reason to. Your opponent's not going to be able to clear the board. What's going on?
Full top decking. There are a lot of cards you don't really want to top deck here. I could see it go either way.
I think you just pass.
Borsalino.
Commit our own Borsalino. That's fine.
Yeah. Okay, just pass.
How good is the one card on top of our deck?
Well, you've got another chance at it. Oh, Borsalino come down to contest the Borsalino.
It's a solid option. It answers one thing, puts a decent body on the board.
It's probably the best top deck in your entire deck, to be honest.
Probably.
It's not enough. There's no world where it's enough, but it does.
I don't know what we could trigger to matter here.
There's nothing.
Yeah.
Now swing 10 for Suru. Oh, disappoint. Both players letting me down. All right, so that's it. Nix is going to take this one, and we are going to pass back over while we set up for another match.